In this video, we are targeting the very wild looking Pumpkinseed Diamond and taking a look at the new variations that dropped in patch 1.9.5 this morning, October 22nd, 2024. If you enjoy this video and it helps you catch your diamond, please remember to give it a like. Come back and leave a comment. Let me know you were successful and subscribe to my channel. Here is my latest catch screen. Pretty wild looking one there. I caught at 12:33. Another one that's pretty identical 4 minutes later. And a third. This one's a little different looking. Lots of the green ones. There's a cool looking red one. You can see the time in between. It took me just a little over an hour to get my first diamond, and that one does tie the record for the largest pumpkin seed caught in the game. Exactly the same length and weight. Another diamond right after it, so let's look at the time. 14-minute wait, and I caught another diamond. More golds, lots of the green ones. I like the red ones a little better myself, and this was my favorite diamond. I thought this was pretty cool looking color. That gets me to 14:55, 2 hours, 22 minutes of fishing. And keep in mind, I did take several breaks, so that's really not accurate. It was probably closer to about 2 hours of real-time fishing to get 17 golds and 3 diamonds. Let's take a look at the pumpkin seed. For the traits, it is aggressive, so no nibbling. So make sure you are alert, especially using the gold hook strategy. It is a jumper and sun lover, so we are definitely going to want a morning or day server. For the bait and lure preferences, I like to stick to the bloodworm, the very first one. And then you see splitting the first and second line is lake mix, the bait ball that we will be using. Pumpkin seed are very small fish, so you want to use the lightest gear that you can. This is the greenhorn spinning rod combined with the Prologue spinning reel, 1.1 pound fluorocarbon, the waggler bobber to move less in the current. And in the videos you'll see I had a similar one on. I accidentally grabbed the wrong one and it moved way more than I wanted. I wonder what the heck was going on. The size 7 gold hook and the bloodworm. Patch 1.7 on June 18, 2024 added the ability for bait feeding. It will draw the fish to your hook. So make sure you have set up the hand with the lake mix as you see here. My preferred location is just southeast of the main base. I like to set my boat up lined up with this little island right here and fish all around this zone. I spawn into this cave area. Hopefully you have that unlocked. And then I drive a boat right out to line up with this spot. The time window for this technique is not so precise that I feel the need to turn off multiplayer. I recommend morning. However, for the video, I kept getting backwards morning servers, so I'm going to try day and see if we get something in the range of, say, 0800 to 1500. As you can see, I have already fast traveled to the cave. I am going to go up here and spawn a boat, run down and jump in and hope I don't miss like I usually do in Africa. You can fast travel to your boat. However, it's a little disruptive for the video. And then we are going to drive out this tunnel. Somebody painted some ugly graffiti all over everything. Otherwise, it's a pretty cool view. Watch out for the door or gate. Well, the sun looks okay, and we've got people spawning in. Hang a left and go up towards this island. I'm going to try and line up with the front there. I like this spot about right here. Let's see how I did. That looks good to me. Actually, maybe I'll pull up just a touch. Let's see how we're doing on the time window. And we are fast going forward. Here is the other way to get here. You can come down this way. I find it much more awkward. Well, that thing is moving fast. I am going to throw out some lake mix and hope we don't go outside the window when we stop. Make sure you've got the right gear. 7 bloodworm. How are we doing on time? Looks like we stopped at 14:30, so that should work. Not ideal by any means. I like to throw out the 2 bait balls. I believe that gives a larger attraction radius. You can use one if you prefer, cheaper, but I have plenty in-game currency. I want to maximize my chances. Can't prove it, but if you think about it, if each bait ball pulls in, say, a 40-foot radius, and you put 2 out like that, that should give you 80 foot to pull in the fish, in my opinion. I don't know how anyone would ever prove it in the game, but it's my standard strategy. And then you just wait. So you can't be too far away because they do not nibble. As you saw on my latest catch screen, not a super fast bite rate. So if you want faster, by all means, go to the 8 hook silver with bloodworm, especially if you're doing a challenge. Pumpkinseed was the daily today. That's actually what led me over here. You can see the 6. I thought, oh yeah, that would be a good choice for today with the variants. Worked out perfect. There are thin lip in here that may nibble as well. Catch them if you like. I usually just let it strike without catching them. Wanted to keep that pretty latest catch screen with gold and diamond pumpkin seed. But nothing wrong with catching them and getting the XP, pulling them in, getting them out of the loop pool, spawning another fish. And it looks like we may get a dry bait ball. Not a surprise with a gold hook strategy. Especially because I jumped in a little later in the day than I wanted. So what I do is I alternate this side of the boat, 2 bait balls, middle of the boat, 2 bait balls, and this side of the boat, 2 bait balls. So I'm going to go ahead and throw one out max distance and see if there's anything over there. And then a closer one here. And drop it in here. Pretty good glare, so it's a little tough to see. Some of the videos you'll see coming up, the catches in the montage, had pretty darn good visibility, so we could watch them come in. Here comes something. Saw the fish, couldn't tell what it was. Oh, it's definitely a thin lip, so I am going to just ignore it. One of the diamonds I caught was right after doing that, and then the pumpkin seed hit immediately after. Doesn't look like I'm going to get as lucky. You can see some pumpkin seeds swimming around, those smaller ones there in the bottom of the screen. You see how they are reacting to the bait ball. I had one earlier before I was filming this section where there were just tons and tons of different fish swarming the bait balls. And here comes a pumpkin seed. That looked like a green one to me. Oh, we got 2 customers. I hope the big one wins. That looked like it might have been the thin lip again, though. Not as green as I thought, but interesting variation. We'll go ahead and let him go back in. And then, as I mentioned, I just alternate over here. Same idea. Throw out a max one. Throw out a middle one. Cast in between and see what we get. That's all there is to the strategy. Again, in the montage, I'm going to show the golds after the diamonds. If you want to see a lot of the different variations, stay with that. I am showing 3 diamonds this time. Normally, I'd take the time to catch a lot more, but I want to get this video out on release date of the new variations. I hope you enjoyed this video. If it helps you catch your diamond, please remember to come back and leave a comment and say the strategy worked for you. I really appreciate that. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Happy fishing. Have a good one.